So one of the simplest application of polarity crystals is to apply them to bilateral points. I would start with polarity crystals. I would personally start with zones of the sun and the moon on the forehead. And I would start definitely in terms of more diagnostic treatment with these information zones on the top of the head. And this is beautiful because this is regulation of the body on a very, very, very big level. And those are just bigger level treatments. It's a level of symbols in terms of sun and the moon, or information points. This is more working with therapy resistance because this is information barrier points which are located on the skull, on the top of the skull. On a very simple level, on the level of acupuncture, and especially because you're an acupuncture practitioner, what you can do, you can just work with these crystals, applying them to bilateral acupuncture points. So, for example, if you're tired or if you're scared, if there is some situation which is, situation is uneasy, you can put crystals, gold and silver crystals, Yin Yang crystals on kidney poles. And the general rule is silver goes on the left and gold goes on the right. In case there is a negative reaction, you can swap the crystals temporarily till reaction subsides. And then when reaction subsides, you put them in original positions. And you can use it this way. So, for example, on points which are more related to conflict resolution. So, for example, gallbladder 25. Gallbladder 25 is a big, big, big point for conflicts and for immune system. So, for example, if there is a lot of absolutely protracted and severe colds, flus, or whatever, which you cannot quite explain, so there is something draining your immune system energy. There is chi is not letting immune system. There's not enough chi available for working of immune system, or maybe there is not enough chi to move the lymphatic system. So in this situation, you can use gallbladder 25 because it's related to conflicts. You can attach crystals because, again, so for example, of course you can do Colourpuncture on gallbladder 25, and this is normally how we treat this point. But if you put the crystal on this point, you will approach this on a bigger level, on a level of information and on a level of yin and yang, and then you can figure what exactly going on with your energy, why your energy is not available for immune system, what type of conflicts are around, and then conflicts can surface, and then you can deal with conflicts with conflict resolution and so on. So this is a beautiful application of polarity crystals. I would say if you have any questions on this one, you better ask me, because unless you have acupuncture knowledge, then you can't figure out which points would be best to use. I just gave you several examples. If you're acupuncture practitioners, yes, absolutely go for it. You go with bigger meaning, with more spiritual meaning of the points, which contains in the name of acupuncture point, and you can use gold and silver crystals. Another situation with bilateral points is that you can try to check the points for sensitivity. And if one of the points is much more sensitive than the other, and it happens to be points on the right-hand side of the body, then you put silver on this more sensitive point and gold on less sensitive point, because in this particular moment of time, this particular meridian is in excess, and this particular meridian is in deficiency. And basically, we balance it with gold and silver, we balance in excess and deficiency. And this is really, really simple, really, really effective. Again, if you have any questions, if you're not a acupuncture practitioner, if you have any questions, ask me. I'm here. I will answer to the best of my abilities and experience and practice. But I absolutely love using these crystals, both Yin and Yang crystals and element crystals, because they're so, so useful. And you can see the results very, very quickly. And they complement Colourpuncture. So it's not, again, same as dream zones, there's no contradiction. You can either use them instead in a situation of bilateral points, for example, or soul spirit colors with element crystals, or you can use them together with Colourpuncture. Beautiful.